Think about it. It turned the 60 grand into $180,000. So let's just say you want a long Bitcoin and you believe this is the absolute bottom. Okay. You go and what you do is big boys, they'll put 200 grand in the account. They'll long Bitcoin right here and they'll throw $200,000 of tether in their account. They'll go cross leverage. Their liquidation price will be like $35,000. The odds of them getting liquidated are tiny, right? It's like it's down here. So what a lot of dudes do is they ape into trades with no stop loss, with so much cross margin, and then they're down, but all they have to do is wait for the price to get up a little bit, and then they make 10 grand, 20, you know what I mean? It's high risk, but if you have a lot of money backing you, it can lower the risk in a way, but at the same time, if there's ever a black swan event or something crazy and it keeps coming down, you can't get out. You're going to have to cut it off, or you could get liquidated for the whole thing. And 90% of traders are doing this, 99, and they're getting liquidated for their whole account all the time. Whenever you see these big moves, this big move today, and the pump to the upside last night, tons of people were short and their accounts got liquidated. When I'm showing you Bookmap, these are liquidations. This is a heat map order book. These aren't just stop losses. These are people who have used no stop loss. And this is telling us when we get to 67.7, we're going to take out tons of shorts. They're going to get absolutely liquidated. You see what I'm saying? So these are a bunch of people cross leverage. I don't trade that way, man. Like, I know that's not a great way to trade. It puts too much at risk and your emotions can play into the game, and then you can start using that money. It's open-ended. I like trades that have a beginning and an end. A stop loss and a take profit. We're either going to win or we're not. I can move on at the end of the day. Once you're cross leveraged, that trade can go on and on for weeks in your mind, because you're always sitting there like, oh my God, how, I have one trade like that because I started a trade with a bot. The bot did great. I've got into Bitcoin when it was like 60K. And I bought a whole Bitcoin. It turned that into 1.5 Bitcoin, and Bitcoin went to 120,000. Think about it. It turned the 60 grand into $180,000. I greedily didn't take the money because I just like the Bitcoin was keep going, and I kept the trade going. I actually made it a little more aggressive. Not thinking Bitcoin was going to dump. I just thought it was going to be able to handle the dumps. But the day I made it aggressive, it got itself into a big trade and got underwater. So I kind of mismanaged it. It also was supposed to be able to go long and short at the same time, and it didn't have that accessibility, and that kind of hindered me. Had it had that, I could have collateralized it into a short, and it would have been fine. Anyway, what I had to do is I pumped 100 grand into that trade to keep the cross going, and now my liquidation is 23,000. So I'm in one of those positions right now. I have like a $200,000 position somewhere, on another exchange. It's sitting there, and when Bitcoin goes back to 160, 180 grand, I'm going to make tons of money. I'm paying fees every day to keep it open too. I'm using some type of, I'm using some interest, I'm gaining some interest to pay for the fee, but it's evening itself out, but it's a pain in the butt. You know what I mean? And again, that's what I had to do now. There's ways to mitigate. You got to know what you're doing, and you don't have to lose money. If you have enough money, you don't have to lose it. Like if you were in a trade, 200 grand cross leverage, and you had $1 million, technically you could throw $1 million in that and you could bring your liquidation level down to $10,000. But a lot of people did that on October 10th, and there was unrealistic liquidation levels that were never supposed to hit. And people had tons of money back in their positions, and they got wiped. And that was the sketchiest thing ever, man. You know what I mean? So right now, if you had a $10,000 liquidation on Bitcoin, there's a good chance you're not going to lose that trade. So you could pile in right now to a massive long. And then you could keep 500 grand in Tether just sitting here and then go cross margin. And what it would do is it would lower your liquidation so low that they couldn't really, the odds of you probably can't lose that trade. Now, it may take a year and a half to get paid. That's going to take some time, but that's fine. Don't miss out on our next live stream. Subscribe to @CryptoLifer on YouTube for more. Bitcoin down.